Hey everybody, it's Chris. I'm back with another beer review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. This is the first review since I've had my surgery, gallbladder taken out, and I decided since I was probably needed to take it a little easy on myself, I was going to go with a bright blonde lager as it's described by Horny Brewing out of Wisconsin. And this is 5% ABV, 21 IBUs. So as you can well imagine, this is a pretty drinkable beer, and that's another reason why I chose it. I thought I wasn't really ready for some high ABV, some heavy maltiness, heavy anything, so that's why I chose this particular beer. And as you can see, it's pouring out nice and blonde-like. And I'll admit, blonde is not a variety I'm usually that fond of, but I do like lagers. I'm just not crazy about blonde lagers. But this is very nice and clean, as you would expect a lager to look like. Almost like a Pilsner, really. Almost like a blonde Pilsner. It has a lot of carbonation, as I'm sure you can see through there. There's a lot of bubbles going up. And I'm getting a lot of wheat and fermented fruit smell. Lots of apple and maybe even a little bit of pear, but mostly apple. I'm getting a lot of apples right when they're ready for cider, if anybody knows that smell. When the apples are just, they're past their ripeness for eating. They're starting to take on that little bit of vinegar smell. That's what I'm getting from this. Anyway, as I said, 5% ABV, 21 IBUs, so this should be a fairly drinkable beer, and it came in a can. You know how I'm always a champion of cans. This is, once again, the Horny Blonde from Horny Goat Brewing out of Wisconsin. Let's give it a try. Cheers. Okay, that's not the blonde that's going to bring me around to blondes. I don't dislike it, but I'm not crazy about it. It has I'd say a medium mouthfeel. Maybe this just needs a minute to, I don't know, aerate or something. I wasn't crazy about that. Let's try this again. No, I can't really say I'm a big fan of this beer. But you know what? I do think this is actually a pretty textbook blonde. So if you are into blondes, I'm going to recommend this to you because, by all accounts, this really, it tastes like a blonde. It looks like a blonde. It if you're a fan of blondes, then I would say this is a blonde drinker's blonde. And I think that's the problem here, is that I'm not really much of a blonde drinker. And I'm just not digging this beer. So, you know, I'll probably give it a 3.0 because it does hold true to the style, but this is not something I would order again. I would be more than willing to try other Horny Goat brews. Just not crazy about this one. And I can't blame anybody for making a variety that I'm not crazy about. You know, if you make a saison that I don't like, big surprise. I don't like saisons. So, but just to let you know, my man Chris in Indiana did send me a really nice package. So you can expect to see Tiger Sox reviews coming from Tony and me, and on the coming Sundays. There'll be one this Sunday, and probably for several Sundays to come. And anyway, so I'm not going to badmouth this. I'm just going to tell you that I think you need to be a blonde fan in order to really enjoy this beer. And I think that's there's nothing wrong with this beer at all. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's just, it's not to my liking, and it's not a style that I particularly dig. And so you know, every once and again I'm willing to try a style that I don't like because I want to see if maybe somebody could sway me over, like a wit beer or, you know, one of those kinds of beers. But this is not. Well, yeah, I don't want to repeat myself, but I think you have to be a fan of blondes to really dig this beer. So anyway, you know, it's not always going to be home run. So once again, just hey, how are you? Good, thanks. I'm gonna sign off now and just wish you good drinking. Cheers. Once again, this is Chris from Blue Collar Beer Gourmet, and I appreciate all your views and likes and comments and everything else, and I will see you next time. Thanks.